Right now, the average home for sale in Cary, North Carolina is 50% more expensive than homes that sold during the same period last year. Existing homes for sale in Cary are more expensive than here and here and here. Cary doesn't have mountains, beaches, lakes with waterfalls. Exactly how high have prices gotten? Y'all are gonna think you rode those magic mushrooms they found down in Sanford back to California when you see these prices. Last week, a realtor friend posted this on Facebook. If this is true, housing prices in Cary have skyrocketed 50% over last year's prices. This is absolutely unbelievable given current market trends, and my first reaction was to disbelieve it. After all, if you've been watching my channel, I've been saying that I expected prices to flatline or maybe decrease a little bit before they began going back up. So this number really threw me, but hey, if I'm wrong, I'll own up to it. Now, I'm a realtor in the Triangle. I think I've got a pretty good pulse on the market. So I went to the MLS for a little fact checking, and this is what I saw. These are resale detached homes in Cary on May 17th. The average price for a Cary detached home currently on the market is $1.15 million. It's not a lie, but it isn't what you think it is either. Then another Facebook friend posted that only 40 homes in Cary were for sale under $1 million. You can guess what the comments said. I went back to the MLS to see that yes, there were only 41 detached houses in Cary for sale under $1 million. Numbers don't lie, right? But as we know, there's always a story underneath. This is Cary, North Carolina. Hang on a second. Let me show you all the incredible accolades that Cary has racked up over the years. #1 safest affordable city in the United States.
#1 safest place in North Carolina. Top city to attract corporate headquarters.
Most resilient economy.
Safest city in the nation.
Richest
city in America.
#1 city for starter homes.
Most affordable place to live economically. #1 city.
With all those accolades, it's not surprising that Cary would buck national trends, but a 50% increase? No way. But those accolades aren't the only reasons it wouldn't be surprising to see property values still growing here. Redfin tracks the locations of people searching for homes on their app. 4 of the top 5 places people are currently living in while they're searching for homes in Cary, North Carolina are located outside the state of North Carolina. Those cities are Washington, D.C., New York City, San Francisco, and Boston, all of which have a reputation for being much more expensive than anywhere in North Carolina. Prices are supposed to be coming down, not going up, or at least not like that. My video a couple weeks ago showed that prices in the Raleigh area are holding steady, not coming down like other locations have been. We have seen those huge spikes in 2020 and 2021, but that's over now, right? I see 3 possibilities. 1, builders are building a lot more luxury housing, driving up the averages. 2, there are some high-priced outliers driving up the averages. Or 3, there's a change in the inventory. Possibility #1 is that maybe rather than prices for the typical home increasing, we could be seeing a larger number of new luxury homes being built that's skewing the data. Honestly, I thought this was going to be a real contender for the explanation. It seems reasonable. Everybody wants to be in Cary. Competition drives up prices, so it makes sense that builders have just been focusing on the luxury market and building more homes at the top of the price range. But that wasn't what the data showed. In 2018, entry into the luxury market in Cary began at $690,000, which was the top 10% of homes by price. There were 394 new detached homes sold in 2018, and 92 of them, 23%, were priced and sold in the luxury market. But in 2019, only 21% of homes were sold in the luxury market, and in 2020, it was only 19%. In 2021, it was 15%. In 2022, it was back up to 21%, and so far this year, it's coming in at 20%. So it's not the builder's fault. They aren't building more in the luxury market to the exclusion of the other homes, or at least no more than they did 5 years ago. But it is true that the new construction homes in the luxury market are higher priced than existing homes in the luxury market. For example, if you look at this chart, you can see that the top 10% of new construction homes have always been higher than the top 10% of existing homes. So it's partially true that new construction luxury homes have pushed the overall average up, but not because there's so much more of them. It just costs more to build over the last 5 years. But that doesn't account for the 50%. The next thing that could be happening is that there are outliers driving up the price, and the average is not indicative of the prices being sought for more typical homes. As of the time I'm making this video, there are 69 detached homes in Cary for sale, both existing and new construction. 20 of them are new construction. The average list price is just over $1.5 2.2 million, and the median list price is just over 1 million. There are 4 houses, just 4, that are listed over 2 million. This one for 2.35, this one for 3.2, this one for 7.5, and this one for 8.3. What happens when we take those 4 homes out of the equation? The average price drops from 1.2 million to 968,000, and the median drops from just over a million to just under a million. And I know you're gonna say that's still really expensive, and that's true, and we'll talk about why in just a minute. But what's important to understand here is that those 4 houses at the top of the market do affect the average prices, but even with them out of the picture, the average price of an active home in Cary is still $220,000 more than the average sold price last year at this time. So we know that outliers aren't responsible for driving up the average price that much. So what's the answer? Prices in Cary have not increased by anything close to 50%. In fact, they've decreased. Let me prove it. But before I show you that proof, look at this. I want you to go to my website, harmonyrealtytriangle.com, because nobody else has a website that is this user-friendly. This is literally the best home search website on the Triangle, because where you buy the house is as important as the house that you buy. The whole website is designed for you to find the best location for you. Look at this. Go to our city guides and you can learn everything you need to know about living in Cary or any other city on the page. And our videos have everything organized by location as well. And each city has all these custom searches organized by price, by property type, by which part of town they're in, and by popular neighborhoods. And my team is always here to help, so feel free to give me a call if you have questions. There's a link to the website as well as my phone number and email address in the description below. Now, let me show you why prices are not up 50% in Cary. It's true that the homes that are currently for sale in and around Cary really are much higher priced homes than were on the market last year at this time, but you can still find a very reasonable home like this one in Cary for under $500,000. One of the things that's throwing off the numbers in Cary is how many affordable homes are not on the market. Think about it. Most Cary homeowners have low mortgage rates on their home loans. There isn't much incentive for them to sell, and most of them aren't. Why would anyone leave Cary? If we look at just a few houses in Cary like this one and look at the Zestimate history, we see the fall off in June of last year and the beginning of a recovery in February. So the Zestimate is showing a slight increase from May of last year to May of this year, but they've priced it below the Zestimate. Or we could look at this more moderately priced home and see the same sort of pattern, a slight decrease from May of last year and a list price below the Zestimate. Or we could look at this luxury home and see the exact same thing. Same pattern, a list price just below the estimated value from a year ago. So given this information, what do we make of the fact that currently listed homes really are 50% above the prices of just a year ago? That Facebook post showing the average of all active listings in Cary that got me started on all of this is showing the average price of homes that haven't sold. The mystery really begins to unravel when we dig into the homes that have sold. The average price of homes that sold from January to May of last year was $773,000, and the median price was $662,000, and the homes that have sold this year in the same time frame is $726,000 for the average and $653,000 for the median, a slight decrease from last year, and that jives with what the estimates were showing too. But let's dig a little bit deeper and control for new construction, only looking at single family homes. 5% of single family homes that sold in Cary below $900,000 in 2023 are new construction, while 34% of single family homes that have sold over $900,000 are new construction. But wait, didn't I just say a minute ago that builders aren't adding more luxury housing than they have in previous years? Yes, that's true, but the difference is that the kind of housing they're building below $900,000 is completely different than the kind of housing they're building above $900,000. 83% of all new construction homes under $900,000 are townhomes or condos, and right now there is only one single family new construction home listed under $900,000. Exactly 0 new construction homes over $900,000 or are condos or townhomes, and there is the answer. Most new inventory being added to the market under $900,000 in Cary are condos or townhomes, and the average price of new construction condos and townhomes is $568,000. If you add an existing inventory, the average is $467,000. This is much more in line with area norms. The town of Cary is growing up into a city, and denser construction is the norm nowadays. If you want to know why so many people still think Cary is worth it, you need to watch this video here.